beckoned. I was told that you and the Primos are allowed to enter. By all means, conduct what business you have within. They are colossi who have witnessed the holiness of Anokatos and sworn oaths to serve his every will. The garb they wear reminds themselves of our savage past, and how they are unworthy of all things, even the act of speech. Hence, their name. The structure behind me is the holiest site in these lands. I can speak no more of it. I am sorry. I do not doubt that the Primos is loved by the gods. When the rest toiled in futility, he raised the whole of Idylla. Truly, it was a miracle. I am a humble guardian of this complex, here to make sure that none sully it with their footsteps.
You have come, good. We stand in a ground once hallowed beyond all things, now tainted by the excommunication of my people. Ever since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the antechamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the Colossi were answered. The antechamber is the flawed design of Arcades. It was the means by which he sought to force the Hyperion to join the city. It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us, that these fragments combined would create a force equal to that of a god. Such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arcades, and the many assembled in his chamber, killing them. It is where the former Primos, Arcades, bade the Hyperion to rise to join our city. Where the gods saw fit to condemn us for our hubris, it will be the altar of our forgiveness. The cipher you carry is a conduit to the gods, to their wisdom, their judgment, and their power. You carry it. And thus, you are their intermediary. Since you will bear witness to the ritual of atonement, the gods will as well. Come, beckoned.
I am glad to see you survived the Teryx Eries beckoned. And now I see that Anokatos is intent on fulfilling his whim. I would be careful. The temple is old. It is a dead end for my people. Just one more thing to distract them from the Teeth's troubles. Since we elected to spare the Jotun, I can return to my regular duties of keeping the peace in these lands. Anokatos requested an escort for his followers here. Would that I could refuse, but the Primos asked for me personally. I dislike this place. For all we saw when claiming Arcades' circlet, this temple is his true tomb. It is the tomb of so many. We learned definitively that all the trials we surmounted, all the strife we weathered in pursuit of Athene's love, had been in vain. But the most important lesson was learned by few. We cannot depend on the heavens to support us. We should make our own way in this world. Arcase and Anakatos have already shown me the delusions of faith. I only hope this farce is done with quickly. Very well.
Much was ruined in that dark hour. The magics holding the paths together were unbound. Only the cipher can reorder such magics. Press ahead and set the path. It is nothing without the Hyperion at its heart. If you were tell me more. Again, we find the way barred. I'm afraid I need your help once more. Come. The antechamber waits below. It is as before. Reach the keystone on the path's far side. The cipher will let you set it straight again. We are so close now. We have reached it. Beyond that stone is the Hyperion, the gift of the gods, the symbol of a covenant concluded. It rests out of reach, waiting for the day when the gods forgive our trespass, when they find us worthy again. Until now, I feared such a day would not come. We should begin. The gods visited this room once before. It seems only fit that you occupy their position. I will take my place where Arcais once stood. It is a riddle carved of stone that the gods left for us. It shows a city of the clouds, with the Hyperion itself floating at its heart. It was a covenant the gods wished to form with us, to raise Idylla and the Hyperion with it. But the riddle is difficult, and we have no answer for it. Long before, Arches dared grasp the power of the gods, and was judged according to his impudence. We act now as their analogues. In you, the gods visit this chamber once more. You shall stand where they appeared, and made manifest their wrath. And I shall stand where Arches stood, and bore the brunt of their imminent will. Come, beckoned. We are almost done, beckoned. Thank the gods! Praise be to them after all this time. I bear witness to their confirmation. You have done so well, beckoned, to bring the cipher to me, and to let me use its strength. With you I can do what Arches could not, command the Hyperion. This chamber harnesses the magic needed to control the Hyperion. But before you appeared with the cipher, no force was sufficient. I knew that when we first met, when I first sensed the cipher, that I could unseal the Hyperion and command its power. Why else would the gods furnish you, whom I needed most in my lowest hour? The gods have found my people unworthy of the gifts offered us. So, using the Hyperion, I will see Idylla destroyed. The wicked will be purged. And once the city falls, I will reforge the ruins in an image the gods find acceptable. I'm sorry, beckoned, but you must be a martyr for my cause.
Beckoned. What has happened? Why are Onakatos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion? The Primos has lost his senses. If he thinks his actions will return the love of the gods, he's gone mad with grief. Destroy Idylla? No! That zealous fool! Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the Beckoned and the Cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We cannot stop Onakatos from here. Take this talisman. The silent choir acolyte who bore it won't need it anymore. Now let's move. Curse the gods for leaving the thing here. Onakatos will use it to kill all of us. How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here. We must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him. Be cautious in these lands. I won't. Onakatos has sealed himself in with the Hyperion, and his silent choir will lay down their lives for him. I do not know what to do, Beckoned. I have defended my people from beasts and disasters, but nothing like this. Of course, I will not let Onakatos destroy my people because he believes the gods demand it. I know we have the strength we need inside of us, despite his claims. We are worth saving, even if the gods disagree. But Anakatos has sealed himself in the Hyperion antechamber. Without the cipher and knowledge of the Hyperion, we are lost. Anakatos was clever by exploiting your power. The cipher must be the key to unlocking the Hyperion, and he has broken it in his plan. But that is the one thing my people have been unable to do since we first came here. Only the Primos would know enough about the riddle for us to even try. Anakatos and his silent choir had a monastic retreat in the wilderness, Nyxaros. If we need his knowledge, we best start our search there. It is an old portion of the city that was never raised up. It was supposed to be a shrine of quiet contemplation. Now it is the refuge of Anakatos' silent choir. The complex rests where it was first carved, in the mountains of the Teeth. Nyxaros is one of the many portions of the city carved out, but never raised into the sky. Anakatos and his silent choir use it as a retreat. Very well. We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much here, but we have to be thorough. We should try near the shrine of Athene. Anakatos prizes her above all else. I would wager he keeps his secrets with her. Be cautious in these lands.
Beckoned, not time. Seek Primos below.
I am afraid we have dishonored my master, Arcades. He is a pious man who has always sought to serve, and we use the power of his position to force us on the true path without his knowledge. Slavery, oppression, pain. All I use to mold them into what is deemed worthy.
Hold a moment. These are bodies of colossi. What are they doing here? Wait, I recognize some faces. Belfron, Armandia, these were great colossi, all viable competitors for the role of Primos at one time or another. I do not like the implications of this. What has Anakatos wrought? Be cautious in these lands.
In this confession I shall tell of how my master was brought nearly to his death. Arcais failed Athene in our mission to bring her servants to a devout state that would be worthy of her power and wisdom. At my behest, he sought the Hyperion force to the sky to earn our recognition. The ensuing eruption of Athene's wrath killed many, and nearly took dear Arcais.
Trespassers, you are too late! The council already lies dying in the torture chambers, and the Jotun slaves will soon be butchered as the master ordered. Come, brothers and sisters, let us deal with these curs.
Here, I found these during the fight. I do not know what they once bound, but they might be of use to you. Now, we must decipher what that cultist said. But there are also the slaves. They will be killed if we don't save them. But if the council is dying, we must choose who we see to first. The council must be important. Something that could help us find a flaw in his plan, perhaps, or learn more about the cipher in the Hyperion. I do not believe so. The council is dying if Anakatos' dogs are to be believed, and the slaves are to be executed. I am unsure who we should be trying to help, but you are the beckoned of Athene. I must defer this choice to you. So decide. Do we go to the slave pens and help the slaves? Or do we go to the torture chambers to try to find Anakatos' council before it dies? I know what this place is now. These travesties, these heresies, these are what Anakatos truly is. I can only imagine what labors Anakatos had them perform. Could this have been the cause for Karank's war? I do not know what the Council is, but I have had enough surprises today. I only hope that we can find it of use. Be cautious in these lands.
Struggle to keep sweet Arches alive so that I may find in him the knowledge and power of the Primos, and in doing so can find the answer I needed to bring myself,
I hear you.
my people, to perfection, to regain the goodwill of the great goddess. Thank Athene that my followers continue my work while I tend to my master.
Cannot succeed. Cannot succeed. What is it? Antechamber. Is this where he conducts his torture?
You. I am past the point of much, But I can feel the warmth of Athene in you, strange one. Has my time come at last? I cannot see. I cannot see. I know the beckon comes, but I cannot even look upon you. I am beyond rescue. Anokatos kept me alive, and though I wished for death many times, I knew I had to live. Athene commanded it, for I spoke with her the day the gods struck us down for our folly. The day Anokatos hid my broken body and told the world I died. But I leave you not without a guide. Tell Sikandra she must remember her last day. She must.
Arcades. I had always... He had died. He had died years ago when the gods rebuked him and our people. It was truth. Anokatos had him alive and tortured. I watched him die years before. All that was left of him was a circlet. A circlet. Our last day. The day... Could it mean the last day that I saw him? The last day we spoke? Before the Hyperion tragedy, he asked me to escort him through the wilds, to the shrines outside the city, the shrines of earth and air. He told me to remember them when times seem bleak. I thought nothing of it, but could he have known about this? About now? I once thought that faith was what would ruin my people, the thing that would distract them from their happiness. But I see now, it is apathy. To not care for our people, that is Anokatos' sin. As I thought it was our cases before him. But this is so much larger. Larger than I ever thought. An Arcase. He always knew that I would be here. He must have always known. The task is clear. We need to... Ah! My head! Can you feel it? Something is wrong. This magic... Anokatos has done something. We must return to the city. We might be too late. Something is wrong. Anokatos wishes to destroy Idylla, but how close is he to his goal? There was much he should have answered for in his lifetime. But what we saw in Nyxaros, he didn't deserve it. He didn't. It is an ancient place high in the Teeth of Naros. I do not understand its significance. But we need answers, not more riddles. Let us unravel this as quickly as we can. The fate of my people is at stake. I don't know why Arcase spoke of this. Apparently, it's necessary for unsealing the Hyperion. But how? I was expecting answers from Nyxaros, and we're only getting more questions. Something grave has happened. I can feel it in my body. I fear Anokatos may have accomplished his goal. Very well.
Hey there. I've got supplies if you need them. Stick around. I've got supplies if you need them. Stick around. I've got supplies if you need them. Stick around.
May I help you? Be safe.
Don't let your guard down.
But you've saved us. Billis and I thank you for that. Beware the forest.
The city seems intact, but still, the henge has already become disrupted. Anakatos has sealed us from the city. It is only a matter of time before he finds a way to destroy Idylla. We must find what Arcais spoke of, and quickly. Arcais requested specifically that we go to the shrines of earth and air on the last day we spent together. There are two sites in the wilderness, touched by the gods, one in the peaks of the Teeth, and the other in its canyon. These were called the Shrines of Earth and Air. I thought nothing of them, but Arcais knew. He must have known this day would come, when we needed them. Yes, I was young, but a talented guard. He asked me to escort him personally. Yes. The Hyperion was larger, more impressive, but these areas bore the same mysterious substance that the Hyperion was crafted from. We have never seen its like before. It must be some divine element. The gods use it then as a marker for us. I cannot say for sure, but there is more than coincidence here. That Arcais showed these places to me, that he mentioned them as he died. But we have little else to act on, and with every moment the chance of Anakatos' calamity occurring grows greater. It rests in the Teeth of Naros, but south of the Hyperion and the city. It is nestled between the great crags of rock that make these mountains. The Shrine of Air is a holy site we found nestled in the highest peaks of the Teeth of Naros. We found a stone there, the same material as that of the Hyperion itself, but we never knew why the gods left such a marker. It lays in the crags of the Teeth of Naros, in the shadows of the great rocks. There is a stone there that resembles the Hyperion in its own way. We don't know why the spot was marked the way it was. Perhaps we will finally find out. Be cautious in these lands. I hear you. Beckoned, thou hast come. These... I doubt that anyone has walked these halls since they were first shaped. I wonder if the words Arche spoke were true. I do not know for sure. When Arches came here with me years before, he said this of the Earth Shrine. The earth is dark and heavy, and dangers hide unseen. Accept the light in darkness, for it knows the way. A light in this gloom is welcome, but I would not wander too far off the path. It must be somewhere among the ancient stones. I can feel a powerful magic in this place. Can't you? It is heavy, like some huge burden. Be cautious in these lands. hear you. I hear you. What is it? Our final task waits. Something feels strange beckoned. When you harnessed the Earth Shrine, my limbs never held more strength. You look more whole, and I can feel the magic pouring through this land already. We must be close. The Hyperion waits. It waits in the higher peaks of the Teeth of Naros. But I have a feeling that Anakatos knew that we would find them. I don't know how easy this will become, but we have to keep going. Remarkable. It looked like the Hyperion in its own way. The gods, when they made the Hyperion, they must have left this as well. But it felt entirely different. Like if I touched it, I would suddenly collapse under my own weight. I can only imagine that is what Arches meant. But though I can say that much, I still do not know what we're dealing with. Come, if we need the Air Shrine to unlock the Hyperion, then we must go. Farewell. What is it? Something feels strange beckoned. When you harnessed the Earth Shrine, my limbs never held more strength. You look more whole, and I can feel the magic pouring through this land already. We must be close. The Hyperion waits. Be cautious in these lands.
Time is at hand.
The path opens once more. To think that all this time we had the answer to the Hyperion below our feet. That our road to Anakatos forced us to solve this riddle seems more than coincidence. So it was the same as the Shrine of Earth, a marker for a hidden cave. What could it mean? Did the gods plan this so thoroughly? I cannot say for sure. It is different from the Earth Shrine. This place is thin and cold. But I remember the words Arke said. To harness the air, you must walk on the wind. Somehow this shrine will make that true. Farewell. What can I do? What can I do? What is it? What is it?
Let us finish this. Our final task waits.
The cipher is whole again. As are you. We can unseal the Hyperion that we might stop Anakatos. And we've done so much more. I thought this all was to bring Anakatos to his judgment. But I was wrong. There is much more at stake here. It was so much like the Earth Shrine, but different. When I got near, I felt so light as to be blown away. A hidden cavern. Then the shrine itself was not important at all. Not the stone, but what rested beneath it. Communing with the Hyperion beneath the city. We have to stop him while we still can. How long have we left Anakatos to his task? And Idylla still rests. What is he doing? Very well. What can I do? What can I do? I hear you. I won't. Let us finish this. I listen. What can I do? Very well. Yes. What do you need of me? Very well.
final task waits.
What can I do?
Finally come for the good of my people. It is time we beckoned, met, and fulfilled our roles. You are not so ignorant as that. You are the avatar of Athene herself. I thought you had been sent to purge my people of their limitations, and I was right. But their chief limitation is not sin. It is fate. It is the fate of my people that must be changed, not their piety. That is what stands between us and grace. Our ordained savagery. With the Hyperion and the cipher, Athene granted me some understanding of her work. The Hyperion augments a certain kind of magic, your own. When you shift fate before it, it amplifies that through the cipher and across all my people. She has taught me much while we talked, beckoned. How I can truly serve my people by dying for them. Yes, because I stand for the parts of my people that must be purged. Their savagery and violence. Once I thought my crimes just and necessary. If the gods could not abide them, surely I would find no success with such means. But I was beckoned to this nature, as you were to yours. Kill me before the Hyperion, and all will be freed of their ignobility. You will die, beckoned. Witness my strength. Feel Balan's embrace. Witness my strength. You will die, Reckon. Feel my wrath.
You've done it. Anakatos has been killed. But that energy that came from you, it raised the Hyperion. Without its magic to support the structure, this whole temple is coming down. We need to get out of here. Be cautious in these lands.
It is done at last. The fate of Anakatos, the surrogate of all the Colossi savagery, has been shifted. And as his fate was shifted, so was the fate of all the Colossi. Gone is the taint of savagery and barbarism. Thy work for me has finished, Beckoned. Thou alone could do this, and as thou aided me, I am forever grateful. Thou hast freed this people. Thee, Anakatos, Arches, Beckoned, all. And the last, your faithful companion, Secondra. I beckon now. Her people need a leader for the glory that lies ahead. Secondra will be Primos.
What can I do? We made it. And you've seen what has happened. The Hyperion soars within our city. We can never thank you fully for your magic. One who wields the elements of Amalur with your ability needs robes to beget their skill. I hope these will serve. You have given us so much. I see the compassion and the influence the gods have had in my people's lives. My life. All along. What Arcais said to me on our last day together, what Athene said as we escaped the Hyperion Temple just now, these are no accidents. Your arrival, our meeting, Anakatos' betrayal and finding Arcais, these events were crafted intent. I see that now. And as you were beckoned to save my people, now I am beckoned to lead them. But I don't know if I can. She did. There is a legacy that I have left to fulfill, or so the goddess says. An old promise, but I mean to keep it. I may for a time, but only until there is one more suitable to lead. I have no taste for the office. But while I can, I should give this to you. No reward could truly thank you for your service, but we must try nonetheless. Now, let us return to the city together, Beckoned. Let us see the fruits of your labor. Be cautious in these lands. I hope you are well. hope you are well.